have it off to the side. I'll try to give options for any people that might be watching later on YouTube for other types of things that you can do if you don't happen to have a tennis ball. And so we'll make our way, laying all the way down onto our back, nice and comfortable. Feel your whole body relaxing down into the ground. And let's take 3 cleansing breaths. Let's inhale through the nose, nice and deep. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Take 2 more just like that. And feel your body increasingly relax into Mother Earth. Today is Earth Day, in case you didn't know. And so a lot of the poses that we're going to be doing today are focused on our feet, focused on our legs, getting into some good hip stretches, all sorts of areas like that, because these are the roots of our body. When we're standing upright, that's what helps keep us in balance. That's what keeps us, you know, centered and able to progress forward. And so in the root chakra, if we speak about chakras, that root energy is in charge of the legs and our ability to ground ourselves even while walking so that we can remain in balance. And so that's why today we're focusing on those legs, nice and good, nice and deep and full. And so here, with your eyes closed, imagine your legs as if they were 2 huge roots coming out of your body. And imagine the health of those roots right now. I imagine that different plants have roots that are more or less healthy depending on the type of soil that they're in. If they have a lot of water, maybe the roots might have this tendency to collect algae. So maybe they can get a little bit clogged up sometimes. Or maybe they have this tendency to be dry and crackly. And so just imagine what your roots are like right now. And imagine as we're traveling through class, trying to strengthen and tone and also deeply stretch these areas of the body. Imagine that it's giving these roots permission to increase their health. It's like by us focusing on it, we're sending energy from our body all the way down to focus and to heal that area of our body. And so from here, with that intention deeply set into this system, let's begin just gently hugging the knees into the chest, letting ourselves rock around on that sacrum, giving the legs a little moment to have touch, to have love, almost like a hug, and just rock around a little bit, left and right. Nice, kind moment for the body. And from here, let's begin to release this left leg all the way long to the earth. Right leg takes its chance to stretch up to the sky. Hands are on the back side of the leg wherever you can reach. Thigh, calf, ankle. And we're beginning to extend this leg taller and taller, helping those muscles on the back side of the leg really deeply stretch. Now imagine that the big toe has a paintbrush, and we're going to try to paint the largest circle that the right toe can in the clockwise direction. So begin to trace clockwise, trying to keep it as wide as it possibly can. Find that full range of motion of the toes. Let's repeat that 4 more times, nice and slow. Here's 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the direction, taking 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the leg starts to trace wide over to the right side. The right hand comes to the inner thigh to help weigh it down as it gets that stretch nice and wide open. Bring this right leg back up. Begin to send that straight leg into the twist over to the left. If you want to pause halfway down, that can be nice for the IT band. If heading for the full twist seems a little bit too deep with the straight leg, you can bend the knee. That's perfectly fine. Whatever helps the full twist from the shoulder down the side ribs, down to the hip, and even a little bit into the leg. That helps that whole line to stretch. That's the pose that we take. Take another huge breath into the body. A huge exhale. Return this right hip back down to the ground. Slide the right hand to the outside of the right foot for a half happy baby pose. Trying to pull that knee nice and wide to the right without letting this left hip lift and tilt. So it's opening, it's stretching. While still holding onto the side of the foot, let's extend this right leg all the way up to the sky, taking 5 reps. So let it bend back down. Here's 4. And down. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Start to release this right leg all the way long to the earth. Take the straight left leg up to the sky. We're going for that hamstring stretch. Clasp behind the leg wherever you can reach and begin to extend the heel long, all the way straight upward to the sky as it can possibly reach. Now imagine that paintbrush. This time we go counterclockwise first, going for those 5 slow cycles. So the toe travels around counterclockwise 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to send the leg wide out to the left side. Left hand drops to the inner thigh. Try to keep this right hip completely onto the ground. Beautiful. Leg rises all the way back up. This is the point we cross over the body. You can either keep the leg straight or bend it as we head toward gradually that beautiful twist. Take your time, no need to rush it. And then when we start to return the left hip back down, this left hand slides to the outside edge of the foot, half happy baby pose. Pull that knee wide out to the left. The knee's trying to go quite a bit wider than the shoulder. This helps the hip to open just ever so gently. So from here, 5 times we straighten the leg up to the sky as deep as it can go while we're still holding on, and bend it back down. Here's 4, and down. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. This time as we start to release, plant both of your feet. We're going to take a bridge pose and stay. And so we plant our hands right next to our hips and then lift up the tailbone, scooping it up. 1 vertebrae at a time rises. Once we're lifted as high as possible, if you have the ability to clasp hands into your back, make that connection. Even walking the shoulders under to help you lift even higher up. And from here, we begin a pattern that we're going to repeat several times throughout our class today. This pattern is that we slowly lift up onto the ball of the foot, the heels lifting high, and then slowly lower the heels all the way back down. So take that repetition a few times. Heels lifting, heels gently setting back down. Starting to build a new type of connection with our feet, with those important roots of our body. Let's repeat 7 more times, lifting up, gently lowering heels down. Here's 6, and down. 5, and 4, and 3, 2, last 1. Stay a few extra breaths. See if you can really feel the calf muscles contracting. Sometimes I do motions and I don't even notice the contraction or the release. So be a part of the experience. 1 more inhale. Exhale, lower the heels. Release the hands. Untuck the shoulders and roll back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Great work. Bring the knees into the chest. Let's roll like a ball 5 times, rocking up and back. Nice massage for that back. Here's 4, and back. Feel how the feet are now that they got that chance to release. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now that we're up, just drop the feet down. We're going to grab that tennis ball, if you have one, and we're going to give it a chance to massage our feet with the tennis ball. And so start perhaps with your right foot and start just rolling it all the way around on the entire bottom of the foot. If you don't have a tennis ball, you're just going to bring your foot up and massage the foot with your hand instead. So just gently rolling around. Feel what feels most alive for you right now. Is it the arch of the foot, the heel, the toes? See if you can play around with all the different areas of that foot. And then when that feels pretty good, let's switch to the second foot. Taking some time to do with that left one. Rolling all the way around. Sometimes it's fun if your tennis ball suddenly gets launched away. Make sure you include all the areas, taking at least a little bit of time in the toes, ball of the foot, the arch of the foot. set that tennis ball off to the side. We'll use it for other types of massages like that as we progressively travel into our class. From here, let's just take a nice cobbler's pose. Bottoms of the feet come together. Lift the spine up nice and tall. And then start to tilt forward if that's in your range of possibilities today. Beginning to feel the spine and the torso just relax. Using that to help the hips begin to open. Inner thighs, outer thighs, all sorts of muscle groups involved in this stretch. Starting to rise all the way up, let's extend the right leg out long in front of us. Inhale, float the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Nice stretch for that right leg. The back floats up. We scoot this right foot in, left foot extends long. Same approach into the pose. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, releasing all the way up and over. Okay, when we start to rise back up, both legs extend long in front of us, and we're going to take a reverse plank position a few times up and down. So plant the hands behind you. When we inhale, we lift up the hips, coming to a nice reverse plank, trying to form a nice long line. And then exhale, slowly lower back down, coming all the way up to a nice tall seated place. Taking it again, inhale. Exhale. Let's repeat 6 and up. 5. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stay lifted, reverse plank, a few extra breaths. One more inhale and exhale. Release the glutes down, slide the feet in, give the wrist just a moment to roll out. And then here we're going into reverse tabletop. Hands plant back down. We lift the hips up and stay. For this one, we lift the heels up and then gently, slowly drop the heels down. Repeating 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lowering all the way down, cross the legs. See if you can come all the way up and over onto hands and knees. If your wrists need just another moment, take a moment to roll them out. Good. Release for them. And then when your body's happy here, coming to planted, hands and knees, we take our cat-cows. Exhale, rounding the spine all the way up. Inhale, belly drops down, gaze up. Feel the whole spine moving with you. Exhale, notice especially the tailbone today. Feeling it tuck under and untuck. Inhale. Repeating here, 5, and 4 and 3 2 and last one. Good. Spine back to neutral, lifting up to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up nice and high. And even from here, let's try some of those heel rising up and heel lowering down movements. Let's repeat that slowly. 9 and drop. What I love about this one is you get so deep into the calf stretch. Here's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Using forward, slightly bend the knees like a spring. Step, walk, or jump all the way up to the top of the mat. And as we come into this forward fold, whether your hands are resting up on the calves or hands dropping to the ground, we're going to play with our balance on the feet, rocking gently forward and gently backward. Even let yourself lift the heels slightly when you rock forward and lift the toes slightly when you rock backward. Getting to experience the entire foot being on the ground for these movements. Taking 3 more. And 2. And 1. Coming to stillness with the feet. Notice where your weight tends to rest. So some people will rest slightly forward when they're in the forward fold. Some people rest slightly backward. See if you can find that middle spot of your foot. A nice, even, equal position. Take another inhale there. Another exhale. Inhale, float the arms to the side, stretch up, arch back. And as we bring our hands to our heart, immediately try to find your balance. Feel your feet spreading wide. And we begin to lift the heels up into a calf lift. Try to hold steadily with balance at that high spot. And heels slowly all the way back down. Beautiful. Let's take a sun salutation, paying attention to our feet the entire time. What do they do? Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. How do the feet feel right here? Inhale, half lift, long spine. Notice if the weight shifted backwards. Exhale, forward fold. From here, step, walk, or jump back into plank position. And notice how you rock forward on your toes to lower chaturanga, squeezing the elbows in, lower into the earth. Flipping your feet, we're on the tops of our feet, taking a nice cobra pose. And from here, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Taking 10 calf rises here, heels up, heels slowly down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gazing forward, slightly bend the knees like a spring. step, walk, or feel yourself jump. Gently landing on those feet up at the top of the mat. A nice forward fold. Where's your weight? Inhale, rise. And hands at the heart. Now that we're up at the standing position, let's grab our tennis ball and give our feet another massage. Here we're able to add a little bit more pressure downward into our feet. So starting with the right foot, massage all around with that tennis ball for a moment. If you don't have a tennis ball, you're going to roll your ankle around, putting the ball of the foot down and just roll it all around through that area. And notice what spots of your feet want that little massage the most. Is it the fascia? Is it that center spot, that arch? Some days I get into the heel and it's like, oh wow, I feel something right there. So just notice. And let's switch on to the left foot. Taking some nice attention into that root. How does this one feel in comparison? Just noticing. Beautiful work. With all that stretched and opened out, you take a fierce pose. The big toes touch, the heels are slightly separated. This helps the inner thighs be able to squeeze together. And so from here, we begin to sit back like we're about to go into a chair. Check the knees, making sure they're not going forward of toes. And from here, in this nice sitting position, this type of squat, we're going to gently rock up, lifting the heels up and lowering the heels all the way down. Let's repeat that. 9 and down. 8 and 7, 6. Feel how alive the feet are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel the feet completely ground and spread like the foot of a platypus, very wide. Straightening the legs, circle the arms up, take a nice arch back. And hands to the heart. Beautiful. Starting a little sequence here. We're up at the top of our mat. The first part of the sequence starts with 3 parts. First, with the legs straight, we slowly lift the heels up and slowly lower the heels down. The second part, we come back to sit, like we're going into a chair. Lift the heels up and rest them down. Straightening the legs here, lift up. See if you can sit back onto the chair while the heels are still lifted. When you get to the lowest part of the chair, drop the fingers down, heels are still lifted. Drop the heels down, forward fold. Inhale, circle up to the sky. Hands to the heart. Repeating that 2 more times. Inhale, straight legs, heels lift, and lower. Sitting back into the chair. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, lower. Straightening the legs, heels lift. While the heels are lifted, sit into the chair. Try to drop your fingers to the ground, straighten the legs. Drop the heels down. Inhale, rise. And hands to the heart. One last time. Straight legs, heels lift. And lower. Sitting into the chair. Heels lift. And lower. Straight legs, heels lift. Try to sit into the chair. Dropping hands down. And heels lower. Good. Circle up to the sky. Hands to the heart. Float the left knee up. Feel that right foot balancing, spreading wide to be in connection with the earth. Taking this leg back to warrior 3. Dropping that left heel down at the back of the mat. The arms begin to rise up to the sky, warrior one. From here, the front heel lifts and lowers. Repeating 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping the heel down, front leg goes straight, hands drop to the hips. We take a little stretch, pyramid pose. Hands begin to slide down the thigh, down maybe just to the shin, maybe some of us all the way to the floor. Bending through that front knee again, arms circle back up to the sky, warrior one. Inhale, exhale, rotate open, warrior two. Taking 3 sets, the front elbow goes down, the back arm sweeps up and forward, and return, warrior two. Back hand rests on the back leg, right hand up and back, and return. That was 1 set, taking 2 more. Front elbow down, and warrior two. Back hand back, and warrior two. 1 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now opening both legs into goddess pose. The knees are never going past toes. We are squatting down. Hands are welcome to be at the heart. And from here we try to lift both heels and gently drop both heels down. Repeating that 9 and down. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the hips, straighten the legs, turn the toes forward. Take a moment with a nice forward fold, dropping the hands all the way down, relaxing up and over. Hands start to walk closer to the right foot. The right knee bends all the way down to a low squat if you can make it that far. Otherwise, you're at a nice higher spot. If you're in the low squat, the opposite toes lift up, feeling that inner thigh stretch all the way down the leg. Okay, lifting both legs straight, walk over to the other side. Giving the chance for the right leg to get that long, long stretch. Okay, here we plant both hands, straighten both legs, another 3 breaths of the forward fold. Bending the knees, the hands come up to the hips, roll up to a standing position, and then you can either heel toe the feet together or jump together. Let's go back to our tennis ball, rolling up the right foot for a moment. Those heel lifts do a lot of activity through the foot that we don't always have. So giving that chance for it to stretch all the way out. Especially getting through any tight spots like the arch of the foot, that area with lots and lots of fascia. Great, switching over to left foot. if you don't have that tennis ball, you can just roll the ankle out. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, we're ready for the second side. So come back up to the top of your mat. We start with that challenging sequence. And so hands are at the heart, legs are straight. Slowly lift the heels all the way up. Slowly lower the heels all the way down. Sitting back like we're going into a chair. Heels lift up, heels lower down. Straightening the legs, heels lift up. Sit back into the chair. Try to keep inner thighs squeezed together. And drop the hands down. Straighten the legs, drop the heels, and inhale, float up. Hands back to the heart. Round number 2 of 3. Heels lift up and down. Sitting into the chair, heels lift up and down. Straightening the legs, heels lift up. Try to sit back into the chair. Heels drop down. Hands drop, legs straighten, and rise. Hands to the heart. One more cycle. Straight legs, heels up, and down. Sitting into the chair, heels up, and down. Straight legs, heels lift. Sit into the chair. Drop the hands. Straighten the legs, drop the heels. And rise. Hands to the heart. Right away, feel left foot grounding as right foot floats. Right foot kicks back into warrior 3, back behind you. Land that foot into warrior 1 shape and sweep up to the sky. From here, 10 cycles, front heel lifts and lowers. Here's 9 and 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heel, straighten the front leg, hands to the hips, making sure they're pointing forward, and begin to bend forward, pyramid pose. Hands can rest at the thigh, never directly on the knee. They can go lower to the shin maybe all the way to the floor. Really good straight leg stretch right there. Letting that front knee bend again, arms sweep up to the sky, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. The 3 cycles, front elbow drops, the other arm sweeps forward, and warrior 2. Reverse, and warrior 2. Here's cycle 2. And 1. Beautiful. Back in the warrior 2. Front heel lifts and lowers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a bonus, so switch to the other warrior 2. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goddess pose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Great work. Straighten the legs, turn the toes forward, and relax the hands down. That was the last of the feet today, so feel them so alive. Bringing the right hand over to the left ankle. We pay attention to the hips, making sure we're not just tilting that right hip down. Hips are level as we begin to twist this left arm up to the sky, reaching it high. And drop both hands down through the center. Left hand to right ankle, right hand high. And drop it down. Bend the knees, hands to the hips, roll up, heel toe the feet together or jump. A beautiful chance to be with this last tree pose, the last balancing pose. So standing on left foot, the right knee rotates open. Hands can be at the heart. Maybe the foot climbs a little bit higher up to ankle, calf, or thigh. Posture's tall. If the balance is here, we'll add just a slight challenge, opening out the arms to left and right. And then without moving the knee at all, twist toward the bent knee, back straight through the front. Twist away from the bent knee, make sure you don't take the knee with you. And return, one more time to each side. Return, and last one. Good, we return, drop the right foot down. Tree pose, second side right away. You choose the height. Hands can be at the heart. Maybe they open left and right. And 2 cycles, nice and slow, going toward the bent knee. And center, away from bent knee. And center, one more time each side. Left and right. Beautiful, dropping this down. Let's give our foot a last little massage with that tennis ball. Right foot first. Lots of love. Good. Going on to the left foot. Giving it some good attention. Feel how alive those areas of our body are. We might not use the feet quite as much as we did just now in the last 20 or 30 minutes. Okay, when that feels pretty good, we're up at the top of our mat. Take an inhale to float the arms up to the sky. Feel those feet nice and alive. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands drop down. Step walk or jump into a plank. And here we take a side plank. Right hand stays down. We rock both feet to try to stack. Left hand floats up. Let's take 3 breaths. And after that 3rd breath, gently lower the right hip all the way down, even lowering down to the elbow. And then we take the tennis ball right under the hip area. And we roll around any tight spots that may be going on at the hip. Taking a few good breaths, lots of love. So much love for all that this area of our body does for us, with or without us even really realizing it. Beautiful. From there, we'll take a plank. Side plank to the other side, left hand down, right hand up. Feet are trying to stay stacked. Remain here with the strength, 3 more breaths. And then when we gently lower down, we're taking that tennis ball, rolling around this hip. That nice IT band area. Maybe dropping to the elbow if that helped you roll around just a little bit better before. This is the best part, is you have complete control over this, where you're rolling around. So find your best spots for today. Good. When that feels pretty complete, scoot the tennis ball off to the side for a moment. Take a plank position. Rock forward, lowering chaturanga. Back bend of your choice. A nice downward facing dog. Lift the hips up high and then try to drop the heels down to feel the calves stretching. Dropping down onto the knees. We're going to try to sit back onto the feet. Tuck the toes so that this will help stretch the fascia of the feet. If even just sitting some of your weight under the heels is enough stretch, that's perfectly fine. If you can come all the way up to a tall seated place on your tucked feet, try to take that position. Let's try to breathe, sending the thoughts from our brain down to our feet of love, sending the thought down of gratitude. And even with this next pulse down, imagine we're going deeper than our feet, all the way down into Mother Earth, finding that beautiful connection with the earth, that nurturing, healing quality. And feel that energy from the earth coming up right to the fascia of your feet. We're here for 3 more breaths. Good. After that 3rd breath, come forward, roll your feet up, or gently count them out, whatever feels better for the feet. Coming to stretch the front part of the ankle, that part of the foot. We're sitting on untucked toes now. Let your right hand prop you off to the right. That helps you with balance. The left hand lifts up the left knee. Pick it up just however deep your foot is able to stretch. Make sure you feel the stretch all the way through that front part of the foot, maybe even a little bit into your shin area, depending on how tight you are right there. Take 2 more breaths. And gently drop that one down. Second side, propping up with left hand, pick up the right knee. Deep inhale, good relaxed exhale, drop down, come forward to kneeling, and roll the feet out as much attention as they need right now. Good. Come to sit all the way down onto the glutes. Tucking the left foot in, take your tennis ball under the calf of the right leg, and then start to roll around, helping to massage through any of those calf areas that need a little bit of extra love, a little bit of extra attention. If you even want to take a moment, bringing the tennis ball up to the hamstrings, put it right under the thigh, and just try it out for a moment, rolling forward and backward. Sometimes I have to even lean forward when my thigh is right over the tennis ball, and start to put just a little bit more weight into it that way. So just another moment there. Good, and then switch it off to the left side, going onto the tennis ball with the calf. Hands just help to roll you forward and backward, giving that massage all over. With the massage, you're sending this thought of love. Like, calves and legs, you did so much for me today. You do so much for me every day. These are my roots. I'm so, so grateful. If you liked the hamstring moment, go ahead and take the tennis ball up and over. Find a good spot or two to just lean while it's helping to massage deep into the fascia, deep into the muscle body. If you you got a last 2 or 3 breaths, a couple of spots you want to play with, go for it. Eventually, setting that tennis ball down as we make our way all the way down onto our back. Closing the eyes, just feel how alive the legs are at this moment in time. The feet so alive. Calves alive. Hamstrings alive. Glutes, hips. Think of all those muscles. Think of how long it would take to count every one of the muscles that helps you out every day. And think of the health of the legs, the health of your roots right now. At the very beginning of class, we connected into the legs, imagining how the legs were doing if they were roots. So same question now. How do they feel now? Feel this vitality, feel this blood flowing through them. Just enjoy it and notice. And then as we start to head toward our Shavasana right here, right now, imagine those solid, thick roots that we have. Imagine if they were in Mother Earth right now. Imagine Mother Earth connecting and feeding those roots, sending the rest of your body nourishment, sending it love, helping it know, I've got you. No matter what's going on, you will be financially secure. You will be taken care of. You are safe. You are needed. You're an important person. And humanity wouldn't be the same without you. And so feel these safe, nourishing, loving qualities flow right up those open legs and into the rest of this beautiful body that we have. Letting yourself have some time just to be with these deep inhales and exhales as your roots are nourishing you. Begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Bringing some movement back into those toes that we were working on during class today. Little movements to the fingers, the wrists, the ankles. Starting to stretch out long like we're waking up first thing in the morning. Eventually rolling over to a beautiful fetal position off to one side. Enjoying 2 or 3 more beautiful breaths until you're ready to sit all the way up into a comfortable place. So as we begin to sit here, we join our hands together in front of the heart, and we feel gravity. We feel the tremendous weight of Mother Earth holding us onto her like a hug. We feel the vitality through our roots. And if you're able to today on Earth Day, I recommend taking at least a couple of minutes to get your bare feet into Mother Earth. Feeling that tremendous groundedness, that rooting down into her. Enjoying that tremendous nourishment that you get from her every day. She sends nutrients up into the plants that nourish your body. And so with gratitude, with this vitality, with this newfound love and appreciation of our body and Mother Earth to lead us forward, let's wrap up this time we got to share together with the sound of Om. Inhaling now. Om. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste. Happy Earth Day, everybody!
Thanks.
You're so welcome.
Now say it.
Happy Earth Day!
Happy Earth Day! Did you guys like the waterfall?
Yeah, when it was rolling under my hip, it was just like, ooh, yeah, that's really good. I didn't actually roll it. I just more or less sat on it in one location. I'm like, yeah, that's the place.
That was the one. Yeah, totally. We'll do that a couple more times throughout the day if you need to, for sure. I was specifically thinking about you guys with that one. I was like, and let's do the hip for a moment.
Well, thank you. It was a great class. Thank you. Have a wonderful Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day.